my YouTube channel, Mechanical Psychology. Have you ever noticed something strange about yourself? You get into a modern car packed with technology, hundreds of sensors, automated systems, and digital screens. Everything is smoother, everything is easier, everything is objectively better. And yet, something feels missing. You miss the vibration through the steering wheel. You miss the resistance of the clutch. You miss the way the engine talks back when you press the throttle. Most people assume this obsession with mechanical feedback is simple nostalgia. They think you just like old machines. They think you're resisting change. But psychology suggests there's something much deeper going on. Because what you're actually craving isn't age, it's connection. And the drivers who feel this most intensely belong to a very specific psychological category. A category I call Analogue Intelligence Drivers. And before this video ends, I'll reveal the rare psychological trait that separates these drivers from almost everyone else on the road. So, what exactly is analog intelligence? Analog intelligence is the ability to understand reality through direct sensory interaction rather than digital abstraction. In simple terms, these people trust what they can feel more than what they're told. They learn through touch, through feedback, through experience, not through notifications, not through algorithms, not through automation. When an analog intelligence driver turns a steering wheel, they aren't just changing direction. They're gathering information. The weight of the steering, the grip level of the tires, the subtle vibration of the road, the behavior of the suspension. Every sensation becomes data. Their brain is constantly processing mechanical signals. And here's where psychology gets interesting. Research consistently shows that humans develop stronger emotional attachment to things that provide immediate and understandable feedback. The brain loves cause and effect. Action, response, input, output. When you press the throttle and feel the engine respond instantly, your nervous system experiences certainty. And certainty is one of the most rewarding feelings a human being can experience, especially in a world that feels increasingly unpredictable. That's why mechanical feedback isn't just enjoyable, it's psychologically comforting. And that leads us to the first trait. Trait number 1, you constantly seek sensory information. Analog intelligence drivers don't simply drive, they monitor. They scan, they observe. You notice sounds other people ignore. You notice vibrations others never feel. You can tell when something is slightly different long before anyone else notices. Most people think this is a car hobby. Psychology sees something else. It sees heightened sensory awareness. Your brain is trained to gather information from physical environments. Mechanical feedback provides thousands of tiny signals every second. Your nervous system treats those signals as meaningful. The more information you receive, the safer and more connected you feel. Which explains why overly isolated driving experiences often leave you strangely unsatisfied. Not because they're bad, because they're silent, and your brain misses the conversation. Trait number 2, you trust reality more than automation. You don't necessarily hate technology. That's the misconception. You use technology every day, but you prefer being the final decision maker. You want to feel the road yourself. You want to judge grip yourself. You want to manage the machine yourself. Psychologists call this an internal locus of control. People with a strong internal locus believe outcomes should depend primarily on their own actions. Mechanical feedback supports this belief. Automation reduces uncertainty, but it also reduces involvement. And involvement is what your brain actually craves. You aren't addicted to difficulty. You're addicted to participation. There's a huge difference. Trait number 3, you experience machines as relationships. Here's something most people don't understand. Analog intelligence drivers often describe vehicles using emotional language. They say things like, "It felt happy today," "It didn't sound right," "Something feels off." To outsiders, this sounds irrational. But psychology offers a fascinating explanation. Humans naturally form attachments to systems that respond consistently to their actions. Over time, predictable interaction creates emotional bonding. The same neurological mechanisms that help us understand people can become partially activated when interacting with responsive machines. Not because you think the car is alive, but because your brain recognizes patterns, and meaningful patterns create attachment. The more feedback a machine gives, the stronger that attachment becomes, which is why some people feel absolutely nothing when selling a car, and others feel like they're losing a chapter of their life. Trait number 4, you use driving as mental regulation. Most people think driving is transportation. For you, it's often therapy. Not because you're escaping, because you're recalibrating. This is where neuroscience becomes incredibly interesting. Mechanical interaction requires focused attention. You monitor speed, engine note, gear selection, road conditions, vehicle balance. As your attention narrows, mental noise begins to fade. Psychologists sometimes call this a flow state, a condition where self-conscious thought decreases and present moment awareness increases. The reason a long drive feels healing isn't always the destination, it's the temporary silence inside your head. Mechanical feedback anchors you to the present, and for many people, that's becoming increasingly rare. But we're getting closer to the hidden reason behind all of this, and it involves something most drivers never consciously recognize. Trait number 5, you crave honest feedback. Here's a question: why do so many people feel disconnected from modern life? One answer is simple: because genuine feedback has become harder to find. Social media filters reality, algorithms filter reality, professional environments often filter reality. But a mechanical system doesn't lie. If you make a mistake, it tells you immediately. If you perform well, it rewards you immediately. Mechanical feedback feels honest, and honesty is psychologically refreshing. Your car doesn't care about your status, your followers, your job title, or your opinions. It responds only to what you actually do. For Analogue Intelligence Drivers, that honesty creates trust, and trust creates attachment. Trait number 6, you value competence more than convenience. Here's a subtle difference that changes everything. Most people optimize for convenience. Analogue Intelligence Drivers often optimize for mastery. Convenience removes effort. Mastery transforms effort into meaning. That's why a perfectly executed shift feels rewarding. That's why learning vehicle dynamics feels rewarding. That's why overcoming challenges feels rewarding. Your dopamine system isn't responding only to success, it's responding to earned success. The brain places higher emotional value on achievements that require skill. Mechanical feedback provides constant opportunities to refine skill, and every improvement reinforces your identity, not just as a driver, but as a capable human being. Trait number 7, the rare trait most people never notice. Remember the rare psychological trait I mentioned earlier? Here it is. Many Analogue Intelligence Drivers possess what I call existential calibration. This is the tendency to use physical systems to stay psychologically grounded. When life becomes chaotic, uncertain, or emotionally overwhelming, some people turn toward things that are predictable, things that obey rules, things that make sense. A mechanical machine becomes more than transportation. It becomes proof that cause and effect still exist. Turn the key, engine starts. Miss a shift, feel the consequence. Improve your technique, feel the reward. In a world filled with ambiguity, mechanical systems offer clarity, and clarity reduces psychological stress. This is one of the hidden reasons some people feel profoundly connected to analog machines. They're not just enjoying the experience, they're regulating their relationship with reality itself. At its deepest level, this obsession with mechanical feedback isn't really about cars. It's about something far more human: control, presence, meaning, and connection. Every person needs a place where actions matter, where effort creates results, and where reality responds honestly. For some people, that place is music. For others, it's art. For Analogue Intelligence Drivers, it's often a machine, a steering wheel, a gearbox, an engine, a road. Mechanical feedback reminds you that you're still participating in life rather than merely observing it, that your choices still matter, that your attention still matters, that your skill still matters. And perhaps that's why these experiences feel so powerful, because deep down, you're not searching for a machine, you're searching for connection. The machine simply happens to be the language through which you find it. So maybe the real question isn't why you love mechanical feedback. Maybe the real question is what that feedback gives you that modern life often doesn't. Is it control? Is it clarity? Is it competence? Or is it connection? If you're an Analogue Intelligence Driver, I want to know your answer. When you're driving, are you escaping reality or reconnecting with it? Let me know in the comments. And if this video felt like someone finally explained something you've always felt but could never put into words, subscribe to Mechanical Psychology. Because sometimes the most revealing thing about a person isn't the road they choose, it's the machine they choose to travel it in.